TEDx Winnipeg is happening tomorrow. More than a dozen speakers are discussing all kinds of issues, from living with short arms, navigating grief, to the healing power of dance. Joining us now are two TEDx Winnipeg speakers, Johise Namwira and Dorota Blumczynska. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Now, you have to apply to be a part of TEDx Winnipeg.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that process and why you wanted to be a part of it.
So for me specifically, I applied in December. It was something that was actually on my bucket list. I wrote it down and
Really?
I wanted to do a TEDx talk one day, and it was so exciting to have been accepted into the speakers.
How about you, Dorota?
The same. I also applied in December. Also a bucket list item, but I would also say that I've been thinking a lot about this subject for many years, and I felt really ready to share some of those thoughts with audiences.
Okay, well, before we get to your thoughts and your topic, let's talk with you, Johise. You're from the Congo, and you talk about critical minerals and how there really is a lot in your country, and what's happening in your country as a result of the need around the world for those critical minerals. Tell us a little bit about what you will be talking about.
Yeah, so over 70% of the world's cobalt comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and right now there is ongoing conflict with over 6.5 million people displaced. I just wanted to amplify this story and shed light on the issue so that more people can be aware of what they consume in terms of devices, smartphones, cell phones, laptops, and electric cars.
These are things we don't even think about.
Yeah.
We just want our smartphone to work, right?
Exactly.
And when it doesn't, you want a new one.
Exactly.
And it's really creating problems around the world. All right, what about you, Dorota? You've been talking about some of the things that museums have been doing wrong since the very beginning. Just last week, there was a big announcement and an apology from the Manitoba Museum.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your presentation.
Well, my presentation is really going to shed a little bit of light as to the origins of museums, which are colonial and rooted in exploitation and racism. So the very complicated histories and the role of museums really in harms and injustices caused to First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities here in what we now call Canada, but even globally. And the need in this moment for museums to really address those harms and to begin to repatriate, to begin to rematriate, to work in partnership, and to share authority with communities.
So really fascinating topics that will definitely grab your audience and hang on. It took you a while to get to this point. You had a mentor. Tell us about the process when you're getting ready to present for TEDx Winnipeg.
Yeah, so we were paired with a speaking coach who we worked with to draft our talk, and from there we practiced every month with our group, and just to be able to gain the confidence to step on stage and deliver our talk with authority.
And are you nervous?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But excited.
Excited. Yes. And so describe to me what you want the audience to take from both your presentations.
Well, I mean, I'm really hoping that it provides a bit of new knowledge, that it elicits curiosity and a willingness to engage in the conversation further. And then I think it's important that audiences take away a sense of the urgency and what role not just museums but society in general can play to advance truth and reconciliation.
And what about you, Johise?
I want the audience to know that we are connected to the Congo's conflict, whether we realize it or not, and I want them to be more conscious about recycling their devices, asking better questions when they buy things, and being aware about the people who are suffering the most.
Fascinating topics. Indeed, TEDx Winnipeg is happening at the University of Manitoba tomorrow.